Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Para Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. We bow down to that Guru who is Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, Supreme Lord Himself. Guru is the creator, Brahma. Guru is preserver, Vishnu, the all-pervading. Guru is also destroyer or dissolver, and source of the absolute. We offer our salutations. So welcome to the second day of our retreat. Today we'll be contemplating the significance of the day as Vyasa Purnima or Guru Purnima. So again, the whole idea of retreat will be to pervade what we call yourself with spiritual thoughts, spiritual sentiments, and to fill ourselves with some divine respite from all the difficulties and problems of our own personal world and those that we find on the globe. So with that in mind, we start off with
Om Stavakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmaswarupine avatara vadishtaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha. Om Jananim Saradam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagatgurum Padapadme Tayo Sritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. Om Namah Shri Yatirajaya Vivekananda Suraye Satchit Sukaswarupaya Swami Netambaharini. Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Om Sarva Mangala Mangalyam Parenyam Varadam Shubham Narayanam Namaskritya Sarva Karmani Karayet. Om Vishnu Om Vishnu Om Vishnu. Om Tadvishnu Paramam Padam Sada Pashyanti Surya Diviva Chakshura Tatam. Om Apavitra Pavitruva Sarvavastam Gautapya Yasmare Pundarikaksham Sabhahyabhyantar Shuchi. Om Yete Gandha Pushpyadar Shatyadibhyo Namaha. Om Gange Chemune Chaiva Godavari Saraswati Narmade Sindhu Kaveri Jalesmin Sannidhim Kuru. Om Yete Gandha Pushpe Sarva Tirtebhyo Namaha. Om Vam. Om Yete Gandha Pushpe Dwara Devatabhyo Namaha. Om Yete Gandha Pushpe Brahmane Namaha. Om Yete Gandha Pushpe Vastu Purushaya Namaha. ओम सर्वा सर्वा ओम सर्व विघ्नानुसारे ओम फट स्वाहा। ओम अपसर्पन्तु ते भूता ये भूता भूभुवि संस्थिता ये भूता विघ्नकर्ता ते नश्यन्तु शिवाज्ञया। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम रक्ष रक्ष ओम फट स्वाहा। ओम यते गंधपुष्पे क्रीमादाशक्तिभ्यो नमः। ओम अस्य आसनोपवेश मंत्रस्य निरुपृष्ठपति निरुपृष्ठ ऋषि सुतलं चंद्रः कूर्मो देवता अस्य आसनोपवेशने विनियोगः। ओम पृथ्वी त्वया धृता लोका देवी त्वं विष्णुनामृता त्वं च धारय मां नित्यं पवित्रं पुरुषासनम्। ओम ह्रीं यते गंधपुष्पे आदाशते कमलासनाय नमः। ऐं गुरुभ्यो नमः। ऐं परम गुरुभ्यो नमः। ऐं परापर गुरुभ्यो नमः। ऐं परमेष्टि गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम गं गणेशाय नमः। ओम ऐं सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय श्री रामकृष्णाय नमः। केशव ओम हूं फट स्वाहा। क्लीं ऐं फट। ओम शताभिषेका हूं फट स्वाहा। ओम पुष्पे पुष्पे महापुष्पे सुपुष्पे पुष्पसंभवे पुष्पचयावकीर्णे च हूं फट स्वाहा। ऐं फट फट फट। अस्त्राय फट। ओम दुर्गे दुर्गे रक्षिणी स्वाहा। ओम आं हूं फट स्वाहा। ओम भूत सिंहाटाक्षरसुषुम्नापते जीव शिवं परमशिवपदे योजयामि स्वाहा। ओम यं लिंग शरीरं शोचे शोचे स्वाहा। ओम रं संकोच शरीरं दह दह स्वाहा। ओम परमशिव सुषुम्नापते मूल शृंगाट मुल्लसोल्लस ज्वल ज्वल प्रज्वल सोहम हंस स्वाहा। ओम ये देव्यो गुंदादिभ्यो नमः। ओम ये देव्यो गुंदादिभ्यो नमः। ओम ये देव्यो गुंदादिभ्यो नमः। ओम ये देवगंध पुष्पेत संप्रदानेभ्यो पूजनीय देवेभ्यो नमः। ओम ये देवगंध पुष्पेत अधिपते देवाय विष्णवे नमः। ओम ये देवगंध पुष्पेत संप्रदानेभ्यो पूजनीय देवेभ्यो नमः। ओम नमो विवस्वते ब्रह्मन् भास्वते विष्णुतेजसे जगत् सवित्रे शुचे सवित्रे कर्मदायिने ओम येष्वर्ग्य श्री सूर्याय नमः। ओम जवाकुसुमसङ्काशं काश्यपेयं महाद्युतिं ध्वान्तारिं सर्वपापघ्नं प्रणतोऽस्मि दिवाकरम्। ओम श्री सूर्याय नमः। ओम यते गंधपुष्पे श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम यते गंधपुष्पे श्री परम गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम यते गंधपुष्पे श्री परापर गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम यते गंधपुष्पे श्री परमेश्वर गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम अखंड मंडलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ओम यते गंधपुष्पे गं गणेशाय नमः। ओम नमो रातपते नमो गणपते नमः प्रथमपते नमस्ते अस्तु लंबोदराय एकदंताय विघ्ननाशिने शिवसुताय वरदमूर्तये नमः। ओम श्री विघ्नेश्वराय नमः। ओम यते गंधपुष्पे श्री विघ्नेश्वराय नमः। ओम येते गंधपुष्पे शिवादि पंचदेवताभ्यो नमः। ओम नमः शिवाय। एते गंधपुष्पे ओम नमः शिवाय नमो। ओम त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात्। ओम नमः शिवाय नमो। ओम नमः श्री पंचाक्षराय पंचानन परब्रह्मणे नमः। हरि ओम। ओम यते गंधपुष्पे श्री सूर्याय नमः। ओम यते गंधपुष्पे ओम नमो नारायणाय। एते गंधपुष्पे श्रीमन्नारायणाय नमः। ओम नमो नारायणाय श्री महालक्ष्मी समेत श्रीमन्नारायणाय नमः। ओम येते गंधपुष्पे श्री जय दुर्गाय नमः। ओम येते गंधपुष्पे अग्नये नमः। ओम येते गंधपुष्पे आदित्यादि नवग्रहेभ्यो नमः। ओम येते गंधपुष्पे इंद्रादि दशदिक्पालेभ्यो नमः। ओम येते गंधपुष्पे काल्यादि दशमहाविद्याभ्यो नमः। ओम येते गंधपुष्पे मत्स्यादि दशावतारेभ्यो नमः। ओम येते गंधपुष्पे सर्वेभ्यो देवेभ्यो नमः। ओम येते गंधपुष्पे सर्वाभ्यो देवीभ्यो नमः। ओम येते गंधपुष्पे अकारादि पंचाशत् वर्णेभ्यो नमः। ओम येते गंधपुष्पे प्रतिपदादि सर्वतिथिभ्यो नमः। ओम येते गंधपुष्पे कृष्णपक्षाय नमः। ओम येते गंधपुष्पे शुक्लपक्षाय नमः। ओम येते गंधपुष्पे अमावस्याय नमः। ओम येते गंधपुष्पे पूर्णिमाय नमः। ओम ऐं सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय श्री रामकृष्णाय नमः। ओम ऐं सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय श्री रामकृष्णाय नमः। ओम ऐं सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय श्री रामकृष्णाय नमः। ओम इत्यस्य मंत्रस्य ब्रह्मर्षि गायत्री छन्दः सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपकः श्री रामकृष्णो देवता ऋष्यादिन्यासे विनियोगः। ओम ब्रह्मणे ऋषये नमः। ओम गायत्री छन्दसे नमः। ओम ऐं सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय श्री रामकृष्णाय नमः। ऐं मङ्गुष्टाभ्यां नमः। रं तर्जनीभ्यां स्वाहा। मम मध्यमाभ्यां वषट्। कृम् अनामिकाभ्यां हुं। श्नं कनिष्ठाभ्याम् औषट्। ऐं रामकृष्ण करतलपृष्ठाभ्याम् अस्त्राय फट्। ऐं हृदयाय नमः। राम शिरसे स्वाहा। मम शिखायै वषट्। कृं कवचाय हुं। श्नं नेत्राभ्याम् औषट्। कृं कवचाय हुं। श्नं नेत्राभ्याम् औषट्। ऐं रामकृष्ण करतलपृष्ठाभ्याम् अस्त्राय फट्। ओम हृदयकमलमध्ये राजितं निर्विकल्पं सदसदखिल भेदातीतमेकस्वरूपं प्रकृतिविकृतिशून्यं नित्यमानन्दमूर्तिं विमलपरमहंसं रामकृष्णं भजामः। निरुपममतिसूक्ष्मं निष्प्रपञ्चं निरीहं गगनसदृशमीशं सर्वभूतादिवासं त्रिगुणरहितसच्चिद्ब्रह्मरूपं वरेण्यं विमलपरमहंसं रामकृष्णं भजामः। वितरितुमवतीर्णं ज्ञानभक्तिप्रशान्तिः प्रणयगलित चित्तं जीव दुःखा सहिष्णुं धृत सहज समाधिं चिन्मयं कोमलांगं विमल परमहंसं रामकृष्णं भजामः. Now the mental worship, that is Manasa Puja, begins. We imagine mentally placing the flower on the head and keeping the back of the right hand on the palm of the left or the left. Do the mental worship. First, imagine an ocean of nectar in the lotus of the heart, and within it an island of precious stones. And in the midst of it, the wish fulfilling tree. Visualize the chosen deity to be seated at the root of this wish fulfilling tree. Then offer the lotus of the heart itself as seat, asana. Then extending welcome, offer for Padya, for washing the feet. The nectar receiving from the 1,000-petal lotus. For Arghya, the mind. For Achamaniya, that is sipping, and Snaniya for bathing, the aforementioned nectar. As cloth, the principle of sky. For scent, the principle of earth. Flower in the form of chitta. Incense in the form of prana. Light in the form of the principle of tejas. Food, Nivedita, in the form of the ocean of nectar. So this particular song can be sung now. By that time we shall do the meditation on it.
ॐ ऋत्पद्मम् आसनं दद्यात् सहस्रारच्युतं ऋतैः पाद्यं चरणयोर्दद्यात् मनस्तर्घं निवेदयेत् तेनामृतेनाचमनीयम् स्नानीयं तेन च स्मृतम् आकाशतत्त्वं वस्त्रं स्यात् गन्धः स्यात् गन्धतत्त्वकम् चित्तं प्रकल्पयेत् पुष्पं धूपं प्राणं प्रकल्पयेत् तेजस्तत्त्वं च दीपार्थं नैवेद्यं स्यात् सुदाम्बुधिः अनाहतध्वनिर्घण्टा वायुत्तत्तं च चामरं सहस्रारं भवेच्छत्रं शब्दतत्त्वं च गीतकम् नृत्यम् इन्द्रियकर्माणि चाञ्चल्यं मनसस्तथा सुमेखलं पद्ममालं पुष्पं नानाविधं तथा अमायद्वैर्भावपुष्पैरर्चयेत् भावगोचरम् अमायम् अनहङ्कारम् अरागं ममदं तथा अमोहकम् अदम्भं च अद्वेषक्षभकौ तथा अमत्सर्यम् अलोभं च दशपुष्पं विदुर्बुधाः अहिंसा परमं पुष्पं पुष्पम् इन्द्रियनिग्रह दया पुष्पं क्षमा पुष्पं ज्ञानपुष्पं च पञ्चमम् इति पञ्चदशैर्भावपुष्पैः सम्पूजयेत् शिवम्।
ओम ऐं सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय श्री रामकृष्णाय। ओम यदे गंधपुष्पे आधार सत्यादिभ्यो नमः। फट ओम यते गंधपुष्पे मम मखिमंडलाय दशकलात्मने नमः। ओम यते गंधपुष्पे अमर्कमंडलाय द्वादशकलात्मने नमः। ओम गंगे चमुने चैव गोदावरी सरस्वती नर्मदे सिंधु कावेरी जलेस्मिन् सन्निधिं कुरु। ओम यते गंधपुष्पे ओम सोममंडलाय षोडशकलात्मने नमः। ओम यते गंधपुष्पे सर्वतीर्थेभ्यो नमः। ओम श्री रामकृष्ण देव इहा गच्छ इह तिष्ठ इह सन्निधेहि इह सन्निरुद्धस्व इह सम्मुखी भव अत्र अधिष्ठानं कुरु मम पूजां गृहाण। ओम ऐं सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय श्री रामकृष्णाय नमः। ऐं सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय श्री रामकृष्णाय। ओम ऐं सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय श्री रामकृष्णाय। ओम ऐं सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय श्री रामकृष्णाय। ओम सर्वभूतान्तरस्ताय सर्वभूतान्तरात्मने कल्पयाम्यां प्रवेशार्थम् आसनं ते नमो नमः। ओम ऐं इदं रचितासनं सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय श्री रामकृष्णाय नमः। ओम यस्य दर्शनमिच्छन्ति देवा स्वाभीष्टसिद्धये तस्मै ते परमेशान स्वागतं स्वागतं प्रभो। अद्य मे सफलं जन्म जीवनं सफला क्रियाः स्वागतं यत्त्वया तन्मे तपसां फलमागतम्। ॐ ऐं सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय श्रीरामकृष्णदेव स्वागतं सुस्वागतं ते। ॐ एतस्मै पाद्याय नमः। ॐ एते गन्धपुष्पे पाद्याय नमः। ॐ एतत् अधिपते देवाय श्रीविष्णवे नमः। ॐ एतत् सम्प्रदानाय सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय श्रीरामकृष्णाय नमः। ॐ यद्भक्तिलेशसम्पर्कात् परमानन्दसम्प्लवः तस्मै ते परमेशान पाद्यं शुद्धाय कल्पते। ॐ ऐं एतत् पाद्यं सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय श्रीरामकृष्णाय नमः। ॐ दुर्वाक्षतसमायुक्तं बिल्वपत्रं तथा परं शोभनं शङ्खपत्रास्तं गृहाणाद्यं महेश्वर। ॐ येषोऽर्घ्य सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय श्रीरामकृष्णाय स्वाहा। ॐ एतस्मै आचमनीयोदकाय नमः। ॐ एते गन्धपुष्पे आचमनीयोदकाय नमः। ॐ एते गन्धपुष्पे एतत् अधिपते देवाय श्रीविष्णवे नमः। ॐ एते गन्धपुष्पे एतत् सम्प्रदानाय सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय श्रीरामकृष्णाय नमः। मन्दाकिन्यास्तु यद्वारि सर्वपापहरं शुभं गृहाणाम् आचमनीयं त्वं मया भक्त्या निवेदितम्। ॐ ऐमिदम् आचमनीयोदकं सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय श्रीरामकृष्णाय स्वधा। ॐ एतस्मै स्नानियोदकाय नमः। ॐ एते गन्धपुष्पे स्नानियोदकाय नमः। ॐ एते गन्धपुष्पे एतत् अधिपते देवाय विष्णवे नमः। ॐ एते गन्धपुष्पे एतत् सम्प्रदानाय सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय श्रीरामकृष्णाय नमः। ॐ इदं सुशीतलं वारि स्वच्छं शुद्धं मनोहरं स्नानार्थं ते मया भक्त्या कल्पितं प्रतिगृह्यताम्। ॐ ऐमिदं स्नानीयोदकं सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय श्रीरामकृष्णाय निवेदयामि। ॐ एतस्मै वस्त्राय नमः। ॐ ओम यते गंधपुष्पे वस्त्राय नमः। ओम यते गंधपुष्पे एतत् अधिपति देवाय श्री विष्णवे नमः। ओम यते गंधपुष्पे एतत् संप्रदानाय सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय श्री रामकृष्णाय नमः। ओम माया चित्रपटाच्छन्न निज गुह्योत्तत्से तेजसे निरावरण विज्ञाय वासस्ते कल्पयाम्यहम्। ओम ऐं इदं वस्त्रं सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय श्री रामकृष्णाय निवेदयामि। Touch his feet. Is that it? ओम एतस्मै गंधाय नमः। ओम एते गंधपुष्पे गंधाय नमः। ओम एते गंधपुष्पे एतत् अधिपते देवाय श्री विष्णवे नमः। ओम एते गंधपुष्पे एतत् संप्रदानाय सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय श्री रामकृष्णाय नमः। ओम शरीरं ते न जानामि चेष्टां नैव च मया निवेदितां गन्धां प्रतिगृह्य विलिप्यताम्। ओम ऐं एष गन्धः सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय श्री रामकृष्णाय नमः। वम एतेभ्यो पुष्पेभ्यो नमः। ओम एतेभ्यो पुष्पेभ्यो नमः। ओम एते गंधपुष्पे एतेभ्यो पुष्पेभ्यो नमः। ओम एते गंधपुष्पे एतत् अधिपते देवाय श्री विष्णवे नमः। ओम एते गंधपुष्पे एतत् संप्रदानाय पूजनीयते संप्रदानाय सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय श्री रामकृष्णाय नमः। ओम तुरीय वन संपन्नं नाना गुण मनोहरम आनंद सौरभम पुष्पम गृह्यताम इदमुत्तमम्। ओम ऐं एतानि सचंदन पुष्पाणि सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय श्री रामकृष्णाय अवोचत्। Left side. ओम एतेभ्यो बिल्वपत्रेभ्यो नमः। ओम एते गंधपुष्पे बिल्वपत्रेभ्यो नमः। ओम एते गंधपुष्पे एतत् अधिपतये देवाय श्री विष्णवे नमः। ओम एते गंधपुष्पे एतत् संप्रदानाय सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय श्री रामकृष्णाय नमः। ओम अमृतोद्भवं श्रीवृक्षं शंकरस्य सदा प्रियं बिल्वपत्रं प्रयच्छामि पवित्रं ते सुरेश्वर। ओम नमस्ते बहुरूपाय विष्णवे परमात्मने स्वाहा। ओम ऐमिदं सचंदन तुलसी पत्रम सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय श्री रामकृष्णाय नमः। ओम एतस्मै दीपाय नमः। ओम एते गंधपुष्पे दीपाय नमः। ओम एते गंधपुष्पे एतत् अधिपतये देवाय श्री विष्णवे नमः। ओम एते गंधपुष्पे एतत् संप्रदानाय सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय श्री रामकृष्णाय नमः। ओम सुप्रकाशो महादीपः सर्वतस्तिमिरापः सभाख्याभ्यन्तर्ज्योतिः दीपोऽयं प्रतिगृह्यताम्। ओम ऐं एष दीपः सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय। ओम एतस्मै धूपाय नमः। ओम एते गंधपुष्पे धूपाय नमः। ओम एते गंधपुष्पे एतत् अधिपतये देवाय श्री विष्णवे नमः। ओम एते गंधपुष्पे एतत् संप्रदानाय सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय श्री रामकृष्णाय नमः। ओम वनस्पतिरसो दिव्यो गंधाढ्यस् मनोहराय आग्नेय सर्वदेवानां धूपोऽयं प्रतिगृह्यताम्। ओम ऐं एष धूपः सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय। Nivedita, please open all the lids and put the tulsi on. Everybody can see the sound.
রাম কৃষ্ণ চরণ সরোজে মোজরে মন মধুপ রাম কৃষ্ণ চরণ সরোজে মোজরে মন মধুপ কণ্ঠকে আবৃত বিষয়কে তো কি কণ্ঠকে আবৃত বিষয়কে তো কি থেকো না তাহে বিভোর রাম কৃষ্ণ চরণ সরোজে মোজরে মন মধুপ জনম মরণ বিষম ব্যাধি নিরবধি কত সহিবে আর জনম মরণ বিষম ব্যাধি নিরবধি কত সহিবে আর প্রেম পীযুষ পিয়রে শ্রীপদে প্রেম পীযুষ পিয়রে শ্রীপদে ভবেরি যাতনা রবে না তো রাম কৃষ্ণ চরণ সরোজে মজরে মন মধুপ ধর্ম সুখ দুঃখ শান্তি জ্বালা দ্বন্দ্ব খেলা মাঝে নাহি নিস্তার ধর্ম সুখ দুঃখ শান্তি জ্বালা দ্বন্দ্ব খেলা মাঝে নাহি নিস্তার জ্ঞান কৃপালে পরম যতনে জ্ঞান কৃপালে পরম যতনে কাটরে করম রাম কৃষ্ণ চরণ সরোজে মোজরে মন মধুপ রাম কৃষ্ণ নাম বলরে বদনে মোহেরি জামিনী হইবে ভোর রাম কৃষ্ণ নাম বলরে বদনে মোহেরি জামিনী হইবে ভোর দুঃস্বপ্ন জ্বালা রবে না দুঃস্বপ্ন জ্বালা রবে না ছুটে যাবে তোর ঘুমেরি ঘোর রাম কৃষ্ণ চরণ সরোজে মজরে মন মধুপ রাম কৃষ্ণ চরণ সরোজে মজরে মন মধুপ
Om Sopakarna Nivedyaya Namaha. Om Sopakarna Nivedyaya Namaha. Om Sopakarna Nivedyaya Namaha. Om Brahmarpanam Brahmahavi Brahmagno Brahmanahutam Brahmaiva Tena Gantavyam Brahma Karma Samadhina Hari Om. Om. One. Om Aim Idam Sopakarna Nivedyam Sarva Deva Devi Surupaya Sri Ramakrishnaya Nivedayami. Om Amrto Prasthanamasi Swaha. Om Pranaya Swaha. Om Apanaya Swaha. Om Yanaya Swaha. Om Danaya Swaha. Om Samanaya Swaha. Om Aim Sarvadeva Devi Surupaya Sri Ramakrishnaya Nivedayami. Let's close our eyes and imagine that Sri Ramakrishna is accepting our loving offering, and by His grace, may these offerings become prasada. Om Vishwasya Dhata Purushasthamadyo Yaktena Rupena Tatam Tvayedam He Ramakrishna Tvayi Bhaktihine Kripa Kataksham Kurudeva Nityam Tvam Pasi Vishwam Srijasi Tvameva Tvamadidevo Vinihamsi Sarvam He Ramakrishna Tvayi Bhaktihine Kripa Kataksham Kurudeva Nityam Mayam Samasritya Karoshi Leelam Bhaktan Samuddartumanantamurtihi He Ramakrishna Tvayi Bhaktihine Kripa Kataksham Kurudeva Nityam Vidritya Rupam Naravatvayavai Vigyapito Dharma Ihati Guhyaha He Ramakrishna Tvayi Bhaktihine Kripa Kataksham Kurudeva Nityam Tapotate Tyagam Adrishtapurvam Drishtva Namasyanti Katam Vigyaha He Ramakrishna Tvayi Bhaktihine Kripa Kataksham Kurudeva Nityam Srutva Te Nama Bhavanti Bhaktaha Drishtva Vayam Tvam Natu Bhakti Yuktaha He Ramakrishna Tvayi Bhaktihine Kripa Kataksham Kurudeva Nityam Satyam Vibhum Shantamanadi Prasadaye Tvam Ajamanta Shunyam He Ramakrishna Tvayi Bhaktihine Kripa Kataksham Kurudeva Nityam Janami Tattvam Nahi Deshikendram Kinte Swarupam Katameva Bhavam He Ramakrishna Tvayi Bhaktihine Kripa Kataksham Kurudeva Nityam Om Aim Sarvadeva Devi Surupaya Sri Ramakrishnaya Namaha. Om Amrita Pidhanamasi Swaha. ओम ऐं इदम् आचमयात्मोदकं सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय श्रीरामकृष्णाय निवेदयामि। ओम ऐं इदं ताम्बूलार्तोदकं सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय श्रीरामकृष्णाय निवेदयामि। ओम ऐं मेष सचंदन पुष्प बिल्लपत्र तुलसी पुष्पांजलि सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय श्रीरामकृष्णाय वोषट। ओम ऐं एते गंधपुष्पे श्रीरामकृष्ण षडंग देवताभ्यो नमः। ओम ऐं ह्रीं एते गंधपुष्पे सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपिण्ये श्री शारदा देव्यै नमः। ओम जननीं शारदां देवीं रामकृष्णं जगद्गुरुं पादपद्मे देवं स्थित्वा प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः। ओम ऐं एते गंधपुष्पे श्रीमद् विवेकानंद स्वामिने नमः। ओम नमः श्री यतिराजाय विवेकानंद सूरये सच्चित्सुख स्वरूपाय स्वामिने तापहारिणे। ओम यते गंधपुष्पे श्री रामकृष्ण सर्वपार्षदेभ्यो भक्तेभ्यो नमः। ओम यते गंधपुष्पे श्री रामकृष्ण षडंग देवताभ्यो नमः। ओम यते गंधपुष्पे श्री रामकृष्णावरण देवताभ्यो नमः। ओम ऐं इदं पुष्पं सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय श्री रामकृष्णाय नमः। Maharaj, these flowers for
Yeah.
these three flowers take in your hands. In your hands. These three flowers. Om Ain Yesha Sachandana Pushpa Vilva Tulsi Patranjali Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Sri Ramakrishnaya Bhoshat. Om Guhyadi Guhya Bhukta Tam Grihana Smat Kritam Japam सिद्धिर्भवतु मे देव तत्प्रसादान् महेश्वर। ओम ऐं सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय श्री रामकृष्णाय नमः। So, please go. Bharati can show it. Om Kayena Vacha Manasendreva Buddhyatma Prakrite Subhava Karomi Yatya Sakalam Parasmi Ramakrishna Iti Samarpayami. Om Tat Sat Sri Ramakrishna Pranamastu. Bring it to you. No, Pushpanjali is there. Please repeat with me. Om Aim Yesha Sachandana Pushpa Bilva Tulsi Patranjali Sangaya Savaranaya Sashaktikaya Saparshadaya Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Sri Ramakrishnaya Namaha. Pray within yourself and then please place the flowers in this bowl and then make a pranam.
Jaya Chita Samshaya Draga सुरनरवन्दन विजयविवन्दन वन्दनकारी रिपुजय मन्दन जय भवतारण रिपुजय मन्दन जय भवतारण चल जल भूधर धारी चल जल भूधर धारी शमदम वन्दन भय निकेतन जय मंगल दाता जय सुख सागर नटवर नागर जय सुख सागर नटवर नागर जय शरणागत दाता जय शरणागत बाला.
It's because it was off, that's all. Go on, carry on.
Okay. Brahmatam Bhaskar Jaya Parameshwar Sukhakara Sundara Bhashi Achal Sanatana Jaya Bhava Pavana Achal Sanatana Jaya Bhava Pavana Jaya Vijayi Avinashi जय विजयी अविनाशी भक्त विमोहन वरदनुधारण जय हरि कीर्तन भोला गद गद भाषण चित मन तोषण गद गद भाषण चित मन तोषण नन डन अर्पण लीला नन डन अर्पण लीला मति गति वर्धन कलिमल मर्दन विषय विराग प्रसारी जड़ चित चेतक भव जल भेलक जड़ चित चेतक भव जल भेलक जय नर मानस चारी जय नर मानस चारी जय पुरुषोत्तम अनुपम संयम जय जय अंतरयामी हर तन साधन नर दुख वारण हर कर साधन नर दुख वारण जय राम कृष्ण नमामि जय राम कृष्ण नमामि जय राम कृष्ण नमामि.
Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyoti Gamaya Yo Amritam Gamaya Shanti Shanti Shanti. All right, can we mute everybody, please? Except me. Sharanya, will you mute you? Yeah, very good. All right, thank you. So the subject of this talk is importance of the Guru. Is the Guru important? Yes. Well, you can all go home now. All right. But first, a few words for those who are tuned in and are unfamiliar with puja and what's the significance and importance of it. So puja has been defined in one place as Kulanava Tantra. That is the act which quells all the waves of karma. Karma meaning all your actions and intentions that are arranged in a causal formation. So not only is it the cause of an effect that you will feel on yourself and others, but puja calls it, how does it do it? Because it is a miniature form, a physical manifestation of meditation. All the components that are required in meditation come out in puja. From the purification of all the items, to the salutations to all the gurus, the salutations to all the forms of the deities, making sure that all the malignant forces are gone, and having purified everything that is equivalent to purifying the mind, we then enter into a meditative position so that puja becomes a very, very spiritual activity. The principle of it is the minimum offering, the minimum respect you give to an earthly king, you at least give to the king of the universe, or the queen of the universe, the emperor or the empress. And so carefully all the items are arranged in such a way as a living entity, living deity. But the principle isn't from the outside to the inside. The principle is from the inside to the outside and from the outside to the inside. What do you mean by that? That the form that you're worshiping is taken from the heart and put into whatever the form is, put into the image, the form. And then the real entity is invited. Please enter into this. Carefully it is done. And then one by one, royal worship is done. Food is offered along with other items. Any items that we would give, even in offering food, items we have to give is for achmana and also for drinking and also for washing the mouth afterwards. All of that is taken care of. Water for bathing, clothes for blessing, for dressing. And when we offer the cloth, there's a double meaning in it. What is the meaning? Is that we are offering agasha. We're offering all these primordial elements that we call mere elements, tunmatra. The whole of the universe is comprised of these subtle elements. And when you know this, then you get your freedom, the freedom that we were discussing yesterday. So it's important for those not familiar with the principle of puja to understand that very brief explanation. And so it is, the whole of the puja is done by engaging the mind. It is not just ritualistic worship. But of course, in every religion, you have superficial ritualistic worship that means nothing. And it's not that the ritual means nothing, it's what you put into it was not sufficient. What you put in is what you get out. And that means there are no magic formulas to get this moksha that we were discussing yesterday. And what has all this got to do with the guru? So the guru is important because we cannot get this kind of paravidya, this supreme knowledge, from a book. Upanishads describe knowledge as paravidya, aparavidya. Most of what we know is aparavidya, the lower form of knowledge. But the higher form of knowledge is not to be found in books. It's not to be found on the internet. And no matter what you think, God is not Google. We might think it is. You see, there's a story. See, when we think of guru, we think of somebody maybe proverbially up the mountain, symbolically. So a man went up the mountain, and there he found a holy man sitting there, long beard, much longer than this. And the guru's famous words, "What? You spent all this energy coming up the mountain. Did you not look at Google first?" So all of this cannot be found in Google. Although Google is everywhere. See, Google is omnipresent. And God, Google is also, all-knowing, omniscient, it seems. But this kind of knowledge is something different. This is something deep inside you. And the whole of spiritual life is to access this entity, this divinity that sits within you. Normally, we don't think about it. And so naturally, we have to use every means possible. And a guru is the primary means. You may think it's an Eastern thing, it's not. It's a universal thing. Jesus had a guru. Jesus' guru was called John the Baptist. So everywhere you'll find the necessity for this. In Western monasticism, all the great Western saints always refer to what is described as confessor. They don't say guru because guru is a Sanskrit term. And with all Sanskrit terms, there are multiple meanings. Actually, the literal meaning of guru means heavy, something which is heavy. So if you find a guru who is a little overweight, then you have a double meaning there. But otherwise, you see, in the Guru Gita, which is supposed to have been composed by Vyasa Rishi, we find a great description and is broken down into Guru, the one that is able to dispel your darkness. And that is why our opening prayer was, lead us from the unreal to the real. Lead us from darkness to light. Darkness symbolizing our ignorance. We're all suffering from the same malady, ignorance. It doesn't matter how many universities you went to, how many degrees you have. This is all in the category of lower knowledge. Higher knowledge has to be lit. So a guru is an entity that gives you, generally speaking, a rough diamond. Don't think that a guru's grace will give you freedom. A guru only gives you the rough diamond because the guru does not wish to take away the pleasure of your self-formation. You have to play your role. It is a two-sided thing. Now, we used yesterday the example of seeing a rope. We didn't see it, we saw it as a snake. A snake projected on a rope. And we saw that there were these components, that the reality was hidden and that the snake that you saw was superimposed on top of it. But the revealing factor I put in a different context. It is the mind ultimately that reveals. And so you'll find an expression, the mind is the guru. But unfortunately, most people's minds are teaching you in a different direction. They're not good gurus. And so the human guru is an entity that helps you purify and clean the mind, helps you to shape a rough diamond. And the analogy of the diamond is like this. A diamond is called a mantra. The repetition of a special holy word or a series of words that are specific to you, designed only for you. Sri Ramakrishna describes a guru as a matchmaker, introducing you to your Ishtadevata, your chosen ideal. Please, this is so-and-so, so-and-so, this is your Ishtadevata. Please come together and form a relationship that will culminate in a realization that Vedanta calls Tattvamasi, that thou art. So the guru is like a light which allows you to see the reality. You get the idea. It is only that guru that with the lamp showed you, look, my dear fellow, this was not a snake. Your imagination put it there. Your projection put it there. This is actually a rope. These are the dimensions. What are the dimensions of it? This is dimensionless, but figuratively we can say it is existence itself, it's consciousness itself, and it is bliss itself. So what is the Supreme Guru? Sat Chit Ananda. Pure existence, pure consciousness, and pure bliss. This was brought out in the thought that they gave this morning. So Sat Chit Ananda. Those of you who are tuning in from foreign parts, strange parts to us, foreign parts, will probably be aware that daily a thought and prayer is issued. Of course, being Guru Purnima, today's was on the Guru. But this is actually Vyasa Purnima, because Vyasa is seen to be the ideal Guru. Now, how is it relevant? There's a string of events I need to highlight. We are sitting here in Nivedita House. We are sitting here in Ireland, where the most devout student, disciple of the Guru was present, was born, and was blessed by an incomparable Guru called Swami Vivekananda. And we've heard yesterday how Sister Nivedita was turned and churned from inside when the Guru departed. One characteristic we have to note of Sister Nivedita, she had so much love for the Guru. This is not a love for a person, this is love for the divinity expressed, because we say that the Guru is God. This is a hard phrase for people to swallow, because when they look at a human Guru, they're looking at somebody who gets indigestion, somebody who might suffer from arthritis, somebody who might, on occasion, express a little bit of harsh words, somebody who will get old and whose body will die. Is this not different? How is this different from any other human being is a good question. But behind all of that, the Guru is pure love. There is no love more intense than the love of the Guru. And the reason for that is summarized really. It's put in the Upanishads, but summarized beautifully in Sri Shankaracharya's Viveka Shudamani. That 4 characteristics are there, identified. First characteristic will be that the Guru will be Shrotriya. That is, the Guru will know the scriptures. Does that mean that the Guru is a scholar? No, it has nothing to do with scholarship. Scholarship is all to do with aparavidya. This is all to do with the higher knowledge that is revealed in scripture. How does this tie into Vyasa? Vyasa was the compiler, was the coordinator of all the Vedas. Vyasa authored the Mahabharata and Puranas. There is no more prolific author, no more prolific transmitter of the eternal truth, Sanatana Dharma, to the general populace than Vyasa. And yet, if you look at the mythology associated with Vyasa, he was born to a fisherwoman, in the fisherwoman caste. Sister Nivedita and the Master, as I saw him, in one chapter there, highlights the similarity between her own Guru and Vyasa Rishi. Both were born in the fisher caste. Now, as religion develops, the fisher caste is relegated to the lowest positions, and yet the highest sage is adopted in this caste. In the same way, there is no Vivekananda. Well, we go back even further. No Nivedita without Vivekananda. No Vivekananda without Sri Ramakrishna. No Sri Ramakrishna without the environment of Dakshinaswar. No Dakshinaswar without Rani Rasmani of the fisher caste. Just as Vyasa was a revolutionary and took these ancient teachings, he is one of the eternal rishis, takes these eternal teachings and gives it to the common man, the common woman to understand. The Upanishads, so lofty, so abstract, in an era of Satya Yuga, where nobody required anything more than just jnana. Their disposition was toward it. And so in the Dwapara Yuga, Vyasa comes and gives us this beautiful compilation of teachings, summarized like a bouquet of flowers, and puts it as that section, that summary of the Mahabharata called Srimad Bhagavad Gita, and then coordinates all the understandings of these Upanishads in the Vyasa Sutras, or the Vedanta Sutras or the Brahma Sutras. These are all synonymous terms. Badarayana is seen to be none other than Vyasa. So giving us a comprehensive view of the Vedanta. And as I mentioned yesterday, what we call Hinduism is actually Vedanta. Swami Vivekananda much preferred this term, understanding that for 200 years the British had classified this Sanatana Dharma as Hinduism. In the same way, Vivekananda brings to the whole world. Vyasa brought it to the whole nation. Vivekananda brings it to the whole world. This supreme principle of Vedanta. And so the first qualification, the first sign that somebody is a guru will be they know the scriptures. That is, they know the truth contained within it intimately. They're connected with it. And because of that, and they don't have to be scholars, we just refer to Sri Ramakrishna and ask, was he a scholar? And yet, Sri Ramakrishna had such a high intellect. We take my own grand guru, Holy Mother, and ask, was she a scholar? No, a little bit more literate in a way than her Ramakrishna, but still. And there were doubts. Can the mother give us such a teaching comparable to Vivekananda, comparable to Swami Sharadananda? And the answer is, more so, she is the Divine Mother herself. What greater teacher can you have than this? And yet, uneducated in the normal sense of the word. That does not mean to say that intellectual knowledge and understanding is not an asset for a teacher. It is an asset because the teacher's role is to remove all your doubts. And therefore they have to be versed to explain it from every single direction. And in this day and age, the more science you can put out to back this up, the better. And we are simply following Vivekananda's example, trying to explain this deep philosophy to the Western world in scientific language. The puja here has been described as a science. It is a scientific process. Then the next quality, well, we'll go back to that quality, still we'll remain on it, because the teacher will have to be universal. The truth is universal, therefore the teaching and conveying it will have to be universal. We are sitting here in the land of Christ. We are tempted to think that our devotees are split into two camps here in this country, Irish and non-Irish. I'm non-Irish from an ethnic point of view or a national point of view. I'm Zimbabwean, I'm African. So when people say Irish devotees, I have to say, please don't think in this way. We are all Irish devotees. It doesn't matter what your cultural background. Living here in this country, we're all Irish. And we have to understand the Irish psyche and the deep spirituality found in this country. And should we not then express our Vedanta in the language that is relevant to everybody? Should we ask somebody to change their religion? No. The guru has to be skilled enough to express these deep truths in the language and concepts of the common people, regardless whether they live in Greenland. Although some people think Ireland is Greenland. You know how Greenland was developed, the word. It's because people wanted others to go there and populate the land. And they couldn't sell it unless they called it Greenland because it was full of ice and snow and cold and bitterness and storms. So they had to relabel it, no, Greenland. Then people went there. And once they got there, they took the boats away quickly. On the contrary, the Iceland is a Greenland. Brahmanishtam is the next quality. That person has to have their mind tuned to Brahman, the highest principle. There are evidences of this because the most telling evidence of this tuning in to what we call cosmic mind, that the will, personal will, is subjugated to the divine will. This has to be there. How can you teach the highest principles unless your own mind is attuned? And so the guru is one who is called. Don't think the guru has an easy job. Of course, there's the old story of the student who went to the ashram. Inquired, if I join you as a shishya, what will I do? What will my role be? Oh, let me explain. You have to get up very early in the morning. You know, Purnananda's bell might be there. Early in the morning. And then what will you have to do? Then you have to take your bath in that stream over there. What's the temperature of the stream at 3 o'clock in the morning? We won't mention it. And then, and of course, many of these ashrams are there, the foot of the Himalayas, icy cold. And then what you have to make the fire, you have to prepare the items for yajna, homa, havan. And then what do you have to do? Having chopped the wood and arranged it and so on, you then have to go and cut some timber. And then you have to make the breakfast. And then you have to look after the cattle. You have to milk the cows. And then if you have time enough, you might take a little rest. Half an hour should be enough. And then we can get you up. And then the whole afternoon is you have to massage the guru's feet and the body with oil. And then at the end of the day, you have to study. And what does a guru do, says the applicant. Well, the guru enjoys the oil bath. Sits and studies a little scripture, teaches a little bit, and then retires and relaxes, and most of his time is leisure. Oh, I'd rather be the guru then. But the mistake is this. It is not like that. If you really want to be the guru, you have to be hard pressed. It is a painful occupation because this love is there, sufficient to take all of your karma on you, all the effects on you, all of your ups and downs. And that guru has to be there 24/7, meditating on accelerating your freedom, giving the whole of life in a spirit of generosity, giving the whole self. And so that leads to another aspect of this, that you see, the guru will have no motive, a kamahata, no motive. Now in this day and age, guru is a very popularized term. There are even computer gurus out here. And the term guru has been now westernized. And there are many people who want to make this a guru business. So if you see somebody who says, I am a teacher, that's the first indication they are not. You see, if I go to India or any other place and I visit 12 holy temples and see God in each, does it mean to say I have 12 disciples? Will I come back to Ireland and say, I got 12 new disciples? Oh, that's good. No marketing? No, I didn't have to do any marketing. I just found them. If the realized person, if the holy person has an attitude toward the entire world which makes it divine, sees that everywhere is just in form and shape and name of that same thing that religion calls God, sees that everywhere in what we normally classify as good and bad, but from that person's point of view, no good, no bad, all one and the same, all a flowing entity of God's grace found everywhere. Only the divine presence intimately connected with you, because wherever you look, whatever you hear, whatever you touch, whatever you think, don't sit and think, my meditation will bring God's grace. The very act of meditation, the very thought that comes to your mind is God's grace flowing. Somebody thinking in this way will have a transforming effect on you, whether they teach, whether they don't teach. the mere atmosphere around them will be transforming. I'll discuss this more this afternoon when we talk about learning, how to learn from the Guru. So this Guru is total love with no other motive. It is relatively easy to do away with worldly goods, but to do away with name and fame is very difficult. And so when you say somebody, I'm the Guru, one of the greatest Gurus of all, Sri Ramakrishna, it was a prick to him, a painful prick to be called Guru, to be called Acharya, to be called any mention of teacher or inference of a teacher. It pricked him sorely because his outlook on the world was not like that. So from the student's point of view, from the disciple's point of view, you may say, the teacher is God. From the teacher's point of view, you are God. And then this avrijñana, this purity of mind has to be there. The purity of mind means that this Guru is humble. Serving the Guru, that is your privilege. Accepting it is difficult for the Guru. And yet, out of the Guru's grace, the Guru will accept your offerings, accept your prostrations. But this is always from a position of humility. Part and parcel of the visitor of the ashram who thought it was much better to be a Guru is that not only do all these activities and works have to take place, but also the idea of prostrating to the Guru. The Bhagavad Gita makes it clear, salutations and prostrations to the Guru, service to the Guru is one of your highest and best spiritual activities. Yet for the Guru to accept it with no understanding of egoism, other than that the ego is an open channel for God's grace, is not an easy thing to accomplish. Some people ask, again, what is the necessity for a Guru? Can we not just get all this by ourselves? Can we not go directly to God? Do we have to go through some kind of human medium? This is often a common question for people who don't understand this factor. But what other medium will you get? A worldly person you can't get it from. A book you can't get it from. YouTube you can't get it from. YouTube you can get everything else from. You want to do something in construction. The expert on getting practical information from YouTube is probably sitting there at the back. Will you do this? Immediately, yes. Next thing, well, I've never done it before, but YouTube is a good teacher. Well, Guru is not YouTube, not that kind of knowledge, and we've covered that. Of course, there are various types of Guru, and Sri Ramakrishna gives 3 types and compares them really to a medical person. You see, you'll get a doctor who say, here's some medicine, go and take it. Never bother about it. Whether you take it or not is not his business. This is a kind of lower kind of Guru. A medium kind of Guru will persuade you. Please, how will you heal if you don't take this medicine? But the real superior Guru will be harsher than that. Will force you, even, Sri Ramakrishna says, putting his foot on your chest and forcing the medicine down you. And so there is a certain harshness to the Guru, very, very misunderstood. A chastisement from the Guru is a blessing. A scolding from the Guru is a wonderful blessing. So we take it like that. Of course, generally speaking, when we talk about Gurus, there are essentially Shishka, Vidya, Diksha, and also Jagat Guru, and so on. So what are these terms? Just to complete this understanding. Of course, the first kind of guru is anybody who gives you education. Second type of guru is somebody who gives you what the scriptures mean. But the guru that we're talking about is Diksha Guru. Because through this Diksha, commonly giving a mantra, of course there are other means, which I'll tell you now, is like giving you, as I say, an uncut diamond. Please now, take this, shape it. It's something precious. Don't waste it. Somebody today offered me greetings on Guru Purnima. I asked them, oh, fine, you've done this. You took some Diksha 1 year ago. What did you do with the uncut diamond? And they must have thought about it. And so came back and said, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing the other thing, and so on. You see, it's not easy to cut your diamond. It's not easy to make it precious. Only the cut diamond is precious. And that is a diamond that is multifaceted. It reflects the truth everywhere. So the Guru has given you a diamond and you need to cut it. And if you don't, it will sit there rusty on a shelf and you will not get what you want. Don't think that you'll be dependent on God, Guru, or any of these things. No. You have to do some work. And the work is there. And it's a bit like Microsoft Windows. Your instruction has to be updated continuously. Because the instruction that you're given today, after 5 years, you'll have to do something different. Why? Because spiritual life is day-to-day deepening of what you were given. Again, comparing it to an uncut diamond, you won't make it polished and cut in one day. But every day, if you chip away at it, then it'll be precious to you. Then, of course, Jagat Guru is God himself. God is the Guru. The Satchit Ananda is the Jagat Guru. God is really the Guru. And that is reflected and flowing. That grace is flowing. Because of these qualities I mentioned, is flowing to this human Guru. Everybody has a different Guru. And why is that so? It's because there has to be a meshing. God himself has designed the appropriate Guru for you. There may be somebody else with all the qualities of the Guru, but may not be suitable for you and for your temperament. So there is a divine predestined matching here. And there's the old saying, you see, that it's so old I've forgotten it. But that the Guru comes to you, something like that, isn't it? Something like some phrase, common phrases like that.
When the disciple is ready, the Guru arrives.
That's it. When the disciple is ready, the Guru arrives. Yeah. That's a very important and significant thing because this preparation has to be made. When the soil is prepared, then you can easily plant something. If the soil is not prepared, only weeds will be there and no sensible farmer will put something valuable in there. So only when things are ready. You may ask a Guru for Diksha. The Guru may say, wait a little bit, or outright no. Or say, please go to this person. Because from that perspective, there's no readiness. Of course, there are qualities also for the student. We mentioned it yesterday. You can go into that this afternoon because time is now short. But I leave you with this thought. Can you imagine now a kind of lake in the mountains? Let us call it Jagat Guru, God himself. And then to get water to a town or village, pipelines have to be laid down and the water can flow through those pipelines and it'll arrive in your house, but it won't come to you directly. It'll be there with a faucet, a tap. The Guru is the tap. When the tap is opened, then you can slake your thirst. Now, most people don't want life-giving water, they want Coca-Cola. So if you want all the sweet things, the manufactured things, then you won't get this grace that comes to you from the Lord through the Guru to you. So with these few words on the importance of the Guru, we can leave it off. The prasad will be packaged specially, so you can take it off. We resume again at 4 p.m. And those, I give those on the occasion of Guru Purnima, those who have taken Diksha from here can come and make their salutations here if they like. Not if they like. Otherwise, we leave that off now. And to those on Zoom, I'm not sure if another link has to be put for the afternoon, but anyway, same link is there. Same link is there for this afternoon. You know, this is the end of the morning portion. And so there's a gap between the morning portion and the afternoon portion. What will you do, apart from having lunch and all the rest of it? You need to reflect on the events of today, starting from the puja to this talk here, and note what valuable lessons you have to learn and see if you can implement these in a sincere and humble way, but in a way which will give you some honesty. That means some direct access to your own inner divine self that religion calls God. So with that, we finish off. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace be unto all.